use the hashtags. I'm like this morning, I don't know if you guys saw it. I know it was really kind of obnoxious or whatever, like that donkey kick picture, but I'm trying.
It was like a heart. It was like a perfect
It
red
was
heart.
amazing. Like, it was not obnoxious. I just looked at it and I was like, that's amazing. Like, I'm pretty sure my donkey kicks don't.
To me, it looked like my legs were like a little man flexing. So
yes.
So anyways, but what my point was is like, if I go to a hashtag and I just look at that first grid, it's like, what's the first picture that's going to stand out to you that you might actually click on? So it's like, I kind of feel like I need to do something more than just standing there and posing. So I was like, I'm just going to start trying to be as like quirky, weird myself as possible. So I kind of stand out in those grids of hashtags.
Right.
I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out this IG thing. Just work in progress.
So I just started recording too. But that's totally like, I look through, like you click on a hashtag and I just scroll through and I'm like, what's catching my eye? Like what would be something that would attract someone to me, like as opposed to, hashtag fit mom. Every single Beachbody coach uses that hashtag. And I use it all the time, kind of. But you go through and it's literally like after your workout, like, and I'm like, I look through my old Instagram and I'm like, that was everything that I did, like how am I being any different? And, it's with lighting, it's with filters. It's, little things like that make your pictures stand out. I guess wording on pictures is like not a thing anymore. Like nobody does that. So I don't usually use it unless it's like something that I feel like, like a really strong quote or word or something that I feel like is an attention getter. But yeah, I think, kind of just like we do with our Facebook, doing an inventory of your social media, doing an inventory of your Instagram. And so we did the Dream Team Surge the other night. I don't know if you guys all got a chance to watch it, but the one girl, before we did the surge, we had a call with all of us together that Friday before with Melanie, and we were just kind of throwing out ideas on what we were going to talk about and what we were going to bring to the table and some of our personal experiences and trying to just give everybody like a task so we didn't duplicate anything. And this one girl, I can't remember what her name is, she was talking about how she only posts once a day on Instagram anymore. And she's like, honestly, it's brought my traction up a ton because I'm not clogging people's feeds with like 3 and 4 pictures. And she's like, I'm just putting one really good thing out there and I'm making sure that my stories tell the story. And so that way, if somebody says something, like she can refer back to it and be like, oh, just go check out my stories. Or, oh, did you not see my story this morning? Like I just said that, or, something like that. And that's where she draws people in and she does her sneak peeks through there. And that's what I've started doing too. I don't know if you guys have seen some of the ones I've done, but like I've done, little sharing a bunch of transformations and making those images and sharing, what I do as a coach and why I do it and some of the experiences as a coach and just trying to like show people that like, first off, like being healthy and fit doesn't have to be a crazy difficult thing. Like I'm still over here eating this and I'm still drinking wine and I'm still doing this, and like sharing that behind the scenes about creating balance and stuff. And then same thing with being a coach, like sharing with people like, listen, dude, like I'm using 30 minutes on my lunch break here to like check in with my people and like make enough money to pay for groceries this week, little things like that people don't really understand. And, I know like for those of us that are coaches, it blows our mind. Like, why wouldn't anyone want to do this? Like, why, like, I just don't understand why nobody's signing up. Like, why are you not wanting to coach? Because it's like, it's not as well, a lot of it has to do with overthinking. And I was talking about that the other day in that live video I did, just how like I used to overanalyze everything. But it's like just showing up and like sharing a little bit about what you do and like talking to some people a couple times a day. And then you read your personal development book and then like that's it, you know, like there's not a huge difficult science behind it. And I think maybe a lot of people are intimidated by it, or maybe they think you have to, you know, be all over social media all the time. And like, I think if we can kind of combat some of those objections, especially within like our stories and behind the scenes and stuff, then I think that really does make a difference. I wanted to ask you guys, from early on, like in your first little bit of time coaching. So I know we have like our 2018 sneak peek group, and I haven't really utilized it as much because I've been trying to do my sneak peeks behind the scenes, like on, you know, Insta stories, and I've done a live video here and there. And I know we've kind of talked about like getting something up and running, getting something up and going. And I think, you know, just to have something, Sarah, you're not talking to us, right? Okay. But I think just having a space where if you have a challenger that's like, yeah, I've kind of thought about it, but I don't really know what to do, you can be like, this is some of our team, you know, or this is a little bit more about what we do. Then that would be a really good place to put them. And I think if we can, and maybe, you know, I'm not going to say everybody has to do it, but if you want to volunteer to try to get something put together for this next week, or even if it's like a 5-minute live, just talking about like, you know, what you did to get started, what you do, like what, you know, just a couple things that you enjoy about being a coach. And then that way, when you have a challenger who you think would be really good at coaching, you can be like, hey, Sally, like, I'm going to throw you in this group real quick. Just go check out a couple of these videos. These are a couple other people on our team. You would be a really awesome fit for this team. Like, we would have, you know, you would have a blast doing this. Like, you would be such a great asset to the team, you know, stuff like that. So Kelly, yeah, because you had somebody this week that you were talking to, and that, I feel like that would be a perfect opportunity to be like, yeah, why don't you go, you know, why don't I add you to our little team's sneak peek behind the scenes or whatever, and check it out and tell me what you think. And so I have on my list to do this weekend is to make an image that says specifically like what the perks are about being a coach. Like just one that we can put in there so that people can visually see, like, I will get 25% off. This is what my Shakeology will cost after. I will get 25% off of apparel and gear, which I personally think is great because whenever, like, some people spend a lot of money on workout clothes. I always look for the $6.99 tanks that pop up in my ads on Facebook, but sometimes it's nice to buy like nice workout tank, nice workout pants. And I have some Beachbody stuff that's really, really good quality stuff. But you know, little things like that, like if you have thought about ordering Energize, you get 25%, you know, it saves you $10 off of that, like little things. And then, you know, throwing out there, like, you have the potential to earn back your investment, earn back your income. And just making an image, because I plan on sharing that in my challenge group this weekend, because I have like 12 people who have been lingering about just becoming a coach, who I think they feel like they must have to be an active coach or something, because I've gone back and forth with them hundreds of times. And I'm like, you don't have to coach. Like, why are you still paying $140 for Shakeology? Like, it doesn't have to be that much. Like, come on.
I have a lot. And like, it's crazy because honestly, I have one challenger, like Tracy and I, she's under Tracy, but we all work together. She's actually Bria's teacher, and she pays $140 every month. And Tracy keeps telling her, like, you don't have to coach. Like, you don't have to, like, it's, yeah, you're just wasting. And I think that they're scared. Like, yeah. I mean, honestly, like, it's crazy, but I'm hoping, like, I'm with Kelly. Like, I feel like these conversations are happening, but they're not, like, they're happening with just us and them. And so they don't see the bigger picture.
Exactly. And I think we have a bigger picture to just at the very least have a space. And I know that makes a difference. Michaela, we're just talking about kind of not like a coach sneak peek, but just having a space where, like, if we have a challenger that we're like, dude, you need to sign up as a discount coach because, you know, this, you know, then you're saving money on your Shakeology. Or if you have somebody that you're that you think would be a really good coach, like this is our team's little, page where we talked about what we do as coaches, and go check it out.
Yeah. Are we talking about like this page, like the Team Raise the Bar page, or what are you doing?
No, like that sneak peek group that I have. It's like a 2018. But like, I don't ever plan on running that page as like a sneak peek, like a continual, like I want to just have it to be a space where we can throw people. Like if we have a challenger who's, who would be really good at coaching, and they're like, yeah, I've thought about it. You can be like, well,
that's where we want to put our videos of like what coaching is.
Yeah.
And some of our victories, like, wow, I just made $225 this week, or,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sorry with that. I feel weird inviting to like just Team Raise the Bar. So it's like, I've just never done.
Oh yeah. No, like I never put anybody in there unless they've like actually become a coach, or like they've actually like considered learning a little bit more about.
Because like I have a girl that I talk to off and on, but she had a different coach and she wasn't really posting anything. Well, now she's like all of her stories posting all the time. And so I reached out to her and I was like, are you coaching again? That's awesome. And she was like, I just like to really be positive for people and share like what I'm doing. She was like, but my coach quit and my upline, like her coach's upline, doesn't have interest in helping her. And so apparently she deactivated as a coach, and she's like, I have to wait 6 months before I can do anything. And I was like, well, my upline's Melanie Mitro, and I would love to have you. My tribe's really great. We talk every Saturday. And she's like, yeah, I'm totally interested. So, I mean, but we have to wait till what, April or something? April, May. And so, I mean, I got somebody interested in coaching or wanting to get into our team, but it's like, I mean, I just feel weird inviting to Team Raise the Bar. Like, I just feel like it's not my team to invite to. So,
but it is like I feel like there's like, I mean, I could post in there every day, but I don't like, I kind of leave it open if you guys ever want to post in there, if you ever want to share anything that's on your heart, or, something that's working for you. Cause I know there's a bunch of us in there that like, I don't make that page as active as much, because I feel like there's so much in the dream team, and there's so much, so I don't. Okay.
I really liked the idea of us each taking a day. Like,
I know I've been horrible at that.
And I'm Fridays, and so I'm like, I don't want to. If nobody else has done it all week, I don't want people to be like, "Who's the random girl with this top 5 Friday? Like, who is she?"
Regardless.
I will commit. Yeah, I will commit. I will actually get it done this week. It's so weird because it's like, oh my God, I forgot to post. And then it's like, I could go in there and do it on a Wednesday, and I don't. I need to set a reminder.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's, so anybody that wants to make a quick video in there, in the, where is that group?
Are we going to change the cover photo and stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Here's the Facebook group for,
That's the sneak peek though, right?
That's the sneak peek. So this one is for like anybody that you've talked to that like potentially is interested in coaching. So like I've done a couple lives in there, but that's it. Like there's nothing else in there. And let me see, where is it? Why can I not approve it?
They just they pulled the goalie and they scored.
So literally like, I mean, we could set up a schedule. Like I can create a little feed in the page right now, and not like a schedule, but like, whatever day you want to pick, whatever topic you want to talk about, doesn't have to even be a topic. Like you can literally just pop in and do a 5-minute live video and like, hey, I'm Michaela. Like I've been a coach for X amount of time. This is why I became a coach. This is what I do. Like, this is what it means to me, blah, blah, blah. Like it doesn't have to be like a big thought out, detailed PowerPoint presentation. Like, so that way, just, when we have somebody who has been in a challenge group or, reached out to us on our Insta stories and like would like to know a little bit more, we could be like, well, this is a little bit about what our team's like, and this is a little bit about what we do. And, it's not rocket science. Basically, it's working out and talking to people and stuff. So, Kelly, I've posted about it a few times in the team page.
I
but
think
I
we
don't
just
think
have so much things get lost because I was
Well,
like Kelly. I didn't really know that was there.
we did one for 2000, like I had one for 2017, and then January came and I was like, whatever is in that group, like is old news. Like I feel like we need a fresh start.
And I'm glad to do that. But I feel like between Melanie Mitro's stuff and
I know.
there's just too much. I think things like this get lost. So
Yeah. So, but like for me personally, when Melanie does a sneak peek, like I don't like to invite my people to it because she does like a webinar and she talks for like 45 minutes and she talks about the history of Beachbody and she talks about, you know, the income opportunity and she talks about, you know, the compensation plan. And I feel like somebody that like maybe just wants to know if like this is for them or not gets on a 45-minute webinar and they're like, I don't have time for this. Like, you know, and she's this 7-figure earner and like works this business as a full-time job. And I think that's for a lot of people that like maybe want to earn an extra $200 a month or pay for their Shakeology. Like that's way beyond anything that they need. So, so yeah, I like to have a smaller
we all need to make a video and put it in that group.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can all start inviting people and all of us will be admins to that.
Yes. Okay. So
And
I think that's a good idea. I did a call or a training, like I got like an email YouTube video or something from Anita Myron. Do you guys ever watch any of her stuff?
I do. I like her.
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah, she did. I saw it on IG.
I'm like #goals.
Yeah, no kidding. So anyways, I did this, I just got like an email. It was like a YouTube call, like with her team about how she, sets up her, like how to invite people from Instagram to her groups. And she has like, you know, her like, this is what a challenge group is like, kind of what Sarah has been doing with her like holding groups. And then she also has one for coaching. So, you know, like with the link tree, how you can click the link. So it's like, if you want to be invited to the challenge group sneak peek, go to this. If you want to be invited to the coaching sneak peek, click this. And she literally talked about what she posted every day. And she said she just went live in there every day and talked for like a couple minutes. It seems so simple. And like the stuff she was putting in there was really simple. And I actually requested to join her group, and you have to like say why you're interested. So I like emailed her and I said, hey, I'm actually a coach. I really just want to see what you're posting in this group so I know what to do. And she was like, okay. So she added me to her like sneak peek group. And I think she said she runs it either weekly or monthly. But she basically like restarts it every month, if that makes sense. And then she has everyone put in their email address, and then she gets all of their emails. So she adds that all to her contacts. So like these people are literally just clicking from Instagram to join this group. It's not even like she's having to do any of the work. It was like super simple. And I just loved how like
is that for coaching or challenging or both?
She has two separate. So she does one for like, it's like click if you want to join a challenge group, click if you.
We could actually put this link under our link tree to our coaching opportunity.
Yes.
I have it in mine. In my link tree, I have like 4 or 5. I have like click to join my next accountability group, like click to join the coaching opportunity.
And I did that, but I had them filling out Google forms.
Yeah,
which you could. And like, I guess it's similar because she said that, you know, when people click to join the group, she has those questions there, you know, like, why are you interested? What are, whatever, you know, like the questions that I asked Ashley the other day, what she was asking. Mm-hmm. So those come up, and then it's like, and what's your email address? So then she has all the people's contacts so that she can, you know, she puts them in her funnel basically. So even if they don't join, she's got them like in her funnel.
Yeah.
So then I think she restarts the group. Like, yeah, she does it on Facebook, but I think she restarts it either weekly or monthly. But like literally, she's like, I just post like the same videos. It's super easy. Mm-hmm. So she's just posting the same content like every month. So she's not having to change it up or reinvent the wheel. It's just new people in there every month.
And what's nice is, yeah, you continue to get new people, but like the people that have requested previously are still in there. So like they're going to see every new sneak peek, even if they don't sign up to be a coach that month, they're still going to see, you know, the content, and they're going to see, you know, everything that she's posting in there. And so I have, in that group, I have 2
He's down here.
pending questions. I have, hi, what interests you about coaching? And then what's your biggest motivator in starting a home-based business? Now I feel like that's probably a little heavy. So that's in my link tree. That is whenever I do a post about coaching, if you'd like to learn more, click the link to join this group below. And then I put that link in the comments, or I put it within my post. So that way people can just request to join. I, in my Facebook, like cover photo, like there's an added description, same thing on my like page. That's in my description. Like if you're interested in learning more about becoming a coach, click here. If you're interested in learning more about my next accountability group, click here. So I throw that link out everywhere. But I haven't been using it much this year because I've been doing my stuff behind the scenes, and I'd like to kind of build that space a little bit more, so that way we can do a little bit more for it. I personally, and you guys know this, I like to do like a business opportunity thing every couple weeks where I do a live video and I talk like, you know, for 20 minutes in detail about how I got into coaching, what coaching has done for me, and all of that. So I think I have one on our monthly calendar planned for this Thursday night. If anybody wants to do something like that Thursday night, we can. I probably will do a live anyway this week. But what I kind of do leading up to that is I do a lot of coaching jabs. I talk like every day I mention something about coaching. I share a lot behind the scenes in my IG stories, on my Facebook stories about coaching. I go back to those people that I've talked to a little bit about coaching before, or I go into my challenge group to people that I think would be good at coaching, and I talk to them. And I say, hey, why don't you, join us this Thursday night? And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what being a coach is all about. And I kind of just prep that group. And then we have our new coach mentorship starting on Monday the 4th or whatever. So I kind of just do that. And then I do for my Insta stories, I'll do now accepting 5 new positions, and have an image with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll just continue to update that as I have more people come in, and I post that in my Insta stories. So those are just a couple little things. I think, and I know we can probably all attest to this, that, it's not always the most difficult to find challengers for challenge groups, but it's a lot more difficult to find coaches. And I looked at my numbers. If you guys got that email report of your coaching stats from last year that came to your inbox, I looked at mine from last year and I looked at mine from the year before, and I signed 50 new coaches last year. And then the year before that, it was 80. And I'm well, no wonder I'm over here having a pity party that I can't get my business to grow because I'm not signing enough coaches. And the year before that was when I hit 1 star, and then I didn't do anything last year as far as rank advancement. So I'm that's because I'm not talking to enough people about the business opportunity. So I know that's the most difficult thing for a lot of us, to actually talk about being a coach and, the business opportunity and recruit to that. But honestly, that's where we're going to see our business grow the most, is when we can, find new leaders, bring them in, rank advance our businesses, help them get to their next rank advancement. Even if it's just those simple steps of signing up your husband and your mom, and getting them those first victories, to kind of help propel them into that next phase. Melanie has a Push to Diamond group that she's going to do next month. And I know it's another group, but if anybody is interested in that, we have that opportunity to do it and get in and get some good information. And I think I'm going to do it too. I think I'm going to, because I think I need a little bit more of a push, because I'm not doing enough. As far as recruiting goes. So it's 8:40. I don't want to take up a ton of time. Let's do some check-ins.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
I have a question before we get going. Just to clarify, the link that you're putting into Instagram is your Facebook link.
Yes.
Okay. Now, here's my question, what do you do? So do you put your application in there too? Because what if there's Instagram people that aren't part of Facebook?
Then I just talk to them on Facebook, or then I talk to them on Instagram.
Okay.
So I was talking to Alicia Smith the other day, and she has made a 6-minute YouTube video, and she sends that to people. So people that aren't on Facebook, she sends them a video, and then you either just send them a new coach. If they enroll as a coach, you just send them our new coach checklist, that Google form, and or 7-day quick start, and have the ability to enroll them in Melanie's university, because that's not on Facebook. But there are several coaches that don't have Facebook that are running their businesses through Instagram and having a lot of success.
You know what though? I was just thinking, if we put this Facebook link onto our links tree instead of a file or a form, how do we know who's coming from my Instagram or Sarah's Instagram or Kelly's or yours if we're all putting them into the same opportunity? I feel like we need to get their information and then put them over into that, or else we're not going to know who they're coming from. I'm not going to know if Joe Schmo that I've never met has joined under my links tree to go into this coaching opportunity that's under all of us.
We can put it in the questions. We can have a question that says, where did you hear about this opportunity? From what account did you hear about this opportunity?
Yeah. Except that if they're just clicking on it, they may not pay attention. I don't know.
I have maybe 1 or 2 a month that click to join. But for me, it's usually more of a space that I people from Facebook that I put in, or when I do a Facebook post, I'll put click the link to join this group, because then I know those people are on Facebook. For Instagram, I've been talking to my people primarily through Insta stories and through Instagram Messenger, because a lot of people don't have Facebook that I've been talking to lately, or they've gotten away from using Facebook. So I feel like that's kind of a separate, but I have it on there so that way I can always tell people to go in and join my group.
I'm sorry. I have to go, guys.
No, you're fine.
Okay. I'll see you guys. Kelly, I'll message you in a little bit.
So a YouTube video, is always something that you can do to send to people. Even if it's a 5-minute video. Alicia was also telling me that because we get new leads, as an Emerald coach, when you hit Success Club, you get new leads, you get new Shakeology leads. And I always struggle with sending something to those people. I email those people. I do a bulk BCC email, and I hey, I'm your coach, blah, blah, blah. This is how I can help you. What prompted you to join Beachbody, or what program are you doing? And I literally get nothing back all of the time. So I was talking to Alicia the other day, and she texts her people because their phone number is in there. And she sends them a YouTube video, a 3-minute YouTube video about, hi, I'm Alicia, I'm your coach. This is what I do. I have accountability groups. I'm here to help you with your fitness and nutrition, blah, blah, blah. And literally just sends that to them. And she gets a ton of response from that, because people can see her face, they can see her demeanor. And she's converted a lot of people from her leads into challenge pack sales, into discount coaches, and she's been rocking her lead program. So that's another untapped resource that we have as coaches, getting those leads, because a lot of people sign up for a free trial of On Demand and then they do nothing with it, or they sign up for the quarterly membership and they do nothing with it because they don't know how to use it. They don't know the resources that they have available. So that's just a little something to put on your back burner. That's something on my list of things to do this week, is to make a couple YouTube videos that I can just send to people easily about leads and about coaching. And just so you guys know, this is a cool little fact. On Instagram Messenger, you can now, Facebook has voice message, so you can send voice messages to people. Instagram has video messenger. So if you're talking to somebody on Instagram, you can literally record a 60-second video and send it to them on Instagram in Messenger. So that way they can see your face. And because sometimes I feel gosh, it would be so much easier if I could just voice message this person. Well, you can record them a video and send it to them. And I'm a hot mess all the time. And I'm like, well, if I scare them off, too bad. Like they probably weren't interested anyway. But at least you can kind of build a better, relationship with them if that's something that you want to do. How's everybody's week going? Can we do a tiny quick check-in?
I can go. Good. I decided to do a free 5-day with Clean Week because I have a ton of people who are just on the fence, and they've been on the fence for like 2 months since, the beginning of the year. And so I had talked to them the beginning of this month, and they're like, I'm just not ready. And I was like, just so you know, all the challenge packs are $10 off this month. That special runs through the month. You can sign up at any time. So I did a sneak peek kind of Clean Week challenge group just through Facebook. So I have I think over 20 people in that. So I'm hoping that helps. I'm at 4. So I was at 2 the other day because I start my 80-day obsession group. So I have some people who are interested in 80-day obsession. I don't know. I think I've really been focusing on Instagram. Like I'm doing Facebook. I've really been focusing on Facebook stories and Insta stories and posting like whoever you said 1 to 2 maybe posts a day on Facebook. But really using those stories and I'm getting a lot of feedback from those. But I just wasn't sure, I'm learning Instagram. And so what do on Facebook, I do the click here to invite or, to join the sneak peek, or I send an invite so I'm like, how do I get that link then over to Instagram? What if people aren't on there? So I'm just going to do it. And then if anybody's interested, they can, and I'll add them.
That's kind of where I was. And I mean, Michaela raised a good point. What if they're not on Facebook, first of all? Then where do we send them? And with Linktree, you have the ability to add 5 or 6 links on there, maybe more. And you can put separate things. You can put, click here to join our tribe. Click here to complete an application, to apply to join my team. So there's the opportunity to put a few things in there. So I primarily use that group link on Facebook in my posts. I'll talk about it on Instagram. I'll say, click the link to join in my profile. I'm redoing my website right now. So I'm going to have a spot on my website that is going to just basically be a sneak peek. I'm going to have a video and a kind of a description and just talk about what I do as a coach. So eventually I'm going to kind of update that. And you can always make a YouTube video and put that as your link, and you can talk about being a coach and say this is what I do. If you'd like more information, leave a comment below this video or leave me your email or email me at whatever. And kind of just have that opportunity to. I think it's, obviously we don't want to have people chasing all these, places to go, and we want to keep it as simple as possible. But I think, we have to decide obviously what works best for us. And then we have to have a space to put people that want to know a little bit more. So, whether that's in, a Facebook sneak peek, or we collectively put, we make a video and we make a Google Doc of our videos. And that way for somebody that's not on Facebook, you can send them, a Google Doc with 5 or 6 videos that says, this is what our team is like, come check it out. So, yeah, I kind of just went off there. Kelly, do you want to say anything? Or Lauren? I don't know if you guys are running around with kids. You don't have to jump on. Oh, hi.
I didn't want to intrude on your call too much.
No.
But yeah, good. I'm excited. I kind of just had a rough, low couple months. January, February, I just felt what am I doing? What's my purpose? Like all I do is just chase these kids around and I don't have anything for myself. And so kind of re-energized. I'm sorry I dropped off. I felt like September, October was like really good. And then the whole remodel just totally took it.
Yeah. You guys have had so much going on.
I really want to like give it some effort, give it my all and see if I can do it. And I love it. So, I mean, I
Yeah.
into it. And so I need to do it. So yes.
So Lauren, you primarily use Instagram. Like you're not on Facebook much at all. And like you don't even do Facebook groups. Like all your groups are done through the challenge, through the app, aren't they?
I like the app. And I mean, the group I've been running forever is kind of the same group of ladies that are here, friends, neighbors. A lot of them do Beachbody programs, but there's not like a lot of new people that I'm throwing in there. So I like the app for some reason better. I don't know why I get confused with Facebook and like all the different groups. Like that's the thing. Like there's so many of them that I lose track of what's going on. But I need to probably be more present on Facebook, and I'm gonna probably do like a Lauren Brault Fitness Facebook page.
Okay.
You know, kind of for that fitness stuff. But yeah, I'm just like feel like I'm just getting started. So anyway.
Yeah. And I mean, you know it, whatever works best for you is going to be, you know, what works best for you. And I know I'm totally overwhelmed with all the groups. And like, I feel like there's like a way to minimize and streamline it. Like that makes it easier for so much of
I think
us.
all the obsession group kind of took over.
Hold on. Okay. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
I said I think all the 80-day obsession groups like kind of took over the whole feed, and so I almost have to like look it out of them because like there's the 80-day coach group, there's just so many of them that it gets too much.
Yeah, I had to hide my notifications for the coach group and for like the dream team group and and Kelly, what are you doing over there? But yeah, there's a lot.
I'm sorry, I'm cleaning my house, but because we have Preston's birthday party today, so I'm cleaning. I'm walking around everywhere, so I didn't want to like have you guys on video because then you'd be dizzy like you are now probably. But I have headphones in, so you can probably hear like random background noise. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Do you want to add anything? Do you want to?
Sure. So let's see. How was my week? Pretty good. So last weekend I watched that Mel Robbins thing, and that really helped me. Like I was just feeling so overwhelmed. So every day this week I've literally gotten up and I've just written down like one thing I'm going to do for the day. So I've been accomplishing that, which is good. Rather than, you know, waking up and feeling like I have 60 things to accomplish, I only have one, and I'm just doing the best I can. So that's that. I have a lot of good conversations going. I was kind of giggling when you were talking about like the video chat because I literally sent probably like 6 voice messages the other day because I was driving to Target and I was like alone in the car for the first time ever. And I was like, oh my God, I need to respond to all these people. I was like, I'll just do it real quick. Like super easy, right? Took 5 minutes. No one responded. And I was like, oh my God, I creeped all these people out because they're like, why is she talking to me? She doesn't talk to me. She just types to me. She's like a real person now. So I think I scared them all away. So that's not good. Because that was like my 5 people who were like, I knew they were signing up.
Yeah, I've had a big struggle with people just pulling the trigger this month because
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Everyone's just like running away from me.
Like I'm going through my contacts for this month and I'm like, wow, I'm like 1 for 47. Like this is terrible. Like, what is happening?
Mm-hmm.
And like
me too. And I have like 10 people at least, but they're just like not messaging me back. And I'm like, and they've already said, okay. Yeah. And so it's just a matter of like, tell me what kind of Shakeology you want and I'll send you the link. And they don't respond. They're just goners.
So
Mine's the same way.
Okay. Glad I'm not alone. So that's that.
No.
The other day about like just sending them the link and being like, here, let me know when you've enrolled.
But you have to choose the Shakeology when you send them the link.
Not in the BB Links app. You just send them to their own.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I sent, like, I feel bad for this girl. Like, she wanted to start 80 Day Obsession. Like, she was ready. And I'm like, okay, here's the link. And that was like 2 weeks ago. And she hasn't responded. Like, it starts on Monday. And I'm like, I don't know what to do other than for you to give me your credit card. Like, sorry, now she's not responding. I'm like, all right,
Just give me your credit card.
Don't get fit for your wedding. I don't care.
It's not.
Like,
That's awesome.
I'm like, I don't know what to do, lady. So I don't know. And I was really excited because I like her. Like, she's from California, and I'm like, how cool would it be? Like, I don't know. Like, you're from California. Like, I like that. You're not from Illinois. I don't know what to tell you. You're fun.
You live in the Midwest. You're not.
Oh my God.
Down
You're hilarious.
I know. So whatever.
Okay, so I did have this issue in my challenge group yesterday. So I have 2 separate challenge groups. And I think I solved the problem, but I'm just curious to see what you guys think. So I have 2 separate challenge groups, and I posted yesterday or 2 days ago, like, they're supposed to, like, finish the sentence, what has this challenge group done for you? And just so I could get some feedback, right? Because we're at the end. And one girl was like, this challenge group has been great. Like, she's been in my groups for 3 months now. And she's like, but this one just seems like the morale isn't up as much, and people just aren't, like, participating as much. And I was kind of bummed by it because she was like, you're putting out these challenges, but not everyone's doing them, and blah, blah, blah. So, obviously I apologized, and I was like, okay, I'll work on, like, boosting morale and engagement because they're just not as engaged. Like, I have, like, 5 people who are, but out of the 20 that are in there, only the 5 are really, like, messaging each other back and stuff. So, number 1, curious about, like, how to up the engagement. If you guys have any suggestions, you don't have to answer it now. Like, you could think about it and just maybe, like, post a little video or something in our team page, or just, like, a message or something. But also I said, and I said this before, well, and Michaela said this last week, is that 80 Day Obsession is, like, taking everything from us. So we, like, feel like our challenge groups aren't as good. So I think that's the issue. And then also all of my really fierce, like, competitors are in my 80 Day challenge group. They're not in, like, my regular one. And they're, like, my lifers, who are, like, hardcore and, like, cheer everybody on. So basically I reached out to them last night and I said, hey, how would you guys feel about merging back into the other group? I think they need, like, a boost of morale. And they were all like, yeah, let's do it. Because I'm just using the script for the 80 Day Obsession group, and it's just sort of.
I put them in both. Like, mine are in both. Like, we do all of our, like, challenge stuff. I ask them at the beginning because they are a group that is the most active that are now doing 80 Day Obsession. I asked them what they wanted to do. And they're like, we don't care. You can put us in both. So they're in both groups. So they get their 80-day content. And then,
I didn't want to overwhelm them. Yeah. So I think I'm just going to merge them. So I'm just going to start my March group. It starts on Monday. And all my 80 Day Obsession people are going in there. If there's, like, specific content from the 80 Day Obsession posts, like the challenge group guide that I need to give them, I'll just add it into whatever and, like, just say this is specific for 80 Day challenge group people. So I'm curious to see how that goes, and hopefully it'll, up the engagement a little bit. But again, if you guys have any other suggestions, I'd love to hear it because did you ask them, like, or you could put them in, like, a group text and send them the content that way? Like, my girls wanted the 80 Day Obsession content. I asked them, and they're all like, put us back. Like, they want to be back with the other people. So they were like, yes, merge us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Like, I'm just curious of other ways to up the engagement for my non-80 Day Obsession people.
I'm doing, like, random questions. Like, would you rather work out in the desert or at the North Pole? And, like, just to, like, get people, like, talking.
Okay.
Like, just miscellaneous, like, what's your favorite workout to do? What's your favorite way to sweat? Like, what's your favorite thing to eat? Like, if your container didn't count today, what would you eat today? Like, just little stuff that, like,
okay,
just you know, doesn't seem like much, but it gets people talking a little bit. And then I feel like when they talk, they're a little bit more engaged. And I try, like, I've taken a lot of like the teaching part out, because I like to talk a lot about nutrition. I like to talk a lot about fitness and like why we do cardio and stuff that's really boring to a lot of people that, but I think it's fascinating, fat burning and muscle development and stuff like that. And not a lot of people are like, woo, tell me more, you know, like they're like, dude, just tell me like I can eat a cookie and how to do that, you know? So like, so I've taken a lot of like that out of it, and I just pop that in like once a week. And then the rest is like kind of just silly fun stuff that I'm trying to add in there a little bit too. The 80-day stuff that I'm pulling from the back office, I use, but I put a little twist on it, or I'll add like a fun question. I'll take it down and put something else in. But yeah, I'm sorry guys, I gotta run. My neighbor's gonna be here in any minute just so we can get our workout done. But I'll post the recording, and we'll post in the team page some engagement stuff, a little bit about this little sneak peek this week. Hi, buddy. And I'll post the recording for this too. Is that okay? Yeah? Okay. Awesome, guys. Well, thanks for getting on. And post in the team page anything that, you know, you have questions about or anything you want to chat a little bit more about and stuff. And we can kind of just feed off of each other's ideas. Cool? Yeah? Have an awesome weekend, guys. Have fun at your birthday party, buddy. Bye.